Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to tune into the Divine Masculine to see where they're at right now. And as I went to do the pre-shuffle, the Moon and the Seven of Cups just flew straight out and they were in their neutral position. There's some message that's trying to come through, a Divine Masculine that's really hoping that a feminine energy is going to show them a lot of grace at this time. They're really hiding and suppressing a lot of emotions. Like, it's one of these feelings as though they're trying so hard to please somebody in their life. And they feel guilty that they're not working hard for you, not working hard for God, not working hard for their divine feminine. But whatever message that wants to come out today, there's a masculine out there that's asking for a lot of grace. I actually feel like this masculine, they could be praying and secretly praying. That's kind of what this feels like. Wow. So if it sounds like your person, you're more than welcome to stick around. If we haven't met yet, my name is High Priestess Berry, psychic medium and divine channeler, hoping to bring you a message. Now, always remember, my messages are candid, unscripted, but they're also timeless, so please tap into your instincts. Listen to your intuition. If there's anything that I talk about that doesn't make any sense, totally fine. Do not worry about it. That part of the message may not be for you, but if it does resonate, please let me know by liking and sharing your experience in the comments below. Wow. This is a common theme I keep having with the Divine Masculine as I go to simmer into their energy. They are so afraid of being judged by you. They're so terrified of being judged by all the energies around them. It's sort of like they have a corset, like a choker, stuck around their throat because they feel judged by everybody around them. They're working very hard. We do have the Eight of Coins along with the Knight of Swords. But it feels like they're hop, skipping, and jumping, just trying to get to the next thing, get to the next thing. And it's difficult because they don't have the energy to take time to do things properly because they're halfway through making this pentacle. Then a karmic energy comes in, stabs them, and makes them move on to the next thing. This poor masculine is stuck in a feral state, and the energies around them are not giving them the opportunity to do the shadow work, to understand what's actually going on. There we go. Eight of Swords, Seven of Coins. This masculine is hella stuck right now, but they may be acting as though they're happy, content. They're kind of stuck in this perpetual childlike state. So we got to have a look at what are their feelings towards their karmic, like, or at least their karmic situation. I also want to have a look at what are their feelings regarding their femininity or you, the divine feminine. I also want to get a message for you, whoever you are, the viewer, so that you can have some context and guidance on how to deal with this situation, whether if this person's right in front of you and you're actively dealing with them, or if you're just picking them up on the astral realm. We'll kind of get a little bit more details so that you know how to handle this with grace and ease. We'll also see what actions the Divine Masculine could be taking next and sort of like the overall conclusion, potential outcomes. So what do we have up here? Oh, wow. We got the Hanged Man, Queen of Cups. Whoa, didn't this Queen of Cups show up in the exact same spot in a previous reading? This may be a little bit of a to be continued. The masculine's actually stuck and they're trying to see something, but I feel as though because this is Sleeping Beauty. Oh, and I just realized my mirror effect is on. Whoa, whoa, okay. So I didn't even realize my mirroring is on right now, and that's actually kind of important. The way I see it, this is the karmic energy, and this is your energy, but when the screen is flipped, this looks like the karmic energy, and this looks like your energy. Masculine has something backwards. Like, and it could be just genuine physics. Like when we try to understand energy, when we have light that passes through a small space, like your eyeball, like your iris is a teeny tiny spot, but when light passes through, it flips on itself. And technically, when we're viewing the world, we actually see everything upside down, but our brains are smart enough to compensate to make things feel upright. Something about this masculine, they've gotten it backwards. And this energy, the way it's being presented to you right now, is actually to give you a little bit of sympathy to the masculine because there's something within their mind because the brain is lazy. Human brains are lazy in order to make sure that we can make tasks as easy as possible in order to not get overwhelmed. Because if, as you see with this Eight of Swords, the masculines really shut down. They're not entirely certain what it is that they need to do. So, in some ways, this mirroring effect is to kind of actually give you a little bit of context as to what the masculine's going through. And this is sort of an illusion to help you understand their confusion. What do we have at the base? We do have the Fool at the top. Eight of Swords came back. Two of Wands. There's that Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I've been getting a lot of page energy with these masculines. In some ways, I feel like they're becoming a little bit more accepting with where they are at in life, and they don't like that they feel like a child. Like this could be someone who's in their 50s, and it's this I was talking about, pleasing a mother figure. It doesn't have to be literal. It's just an example. But, you sometimes put yourself through this headspace where I'm at this age, I should be able to achieve this. Like I'm in my 30s, I should achieve this. I'm in my 40s, I should have achieved this. Like I saw this with my own dad when he got into his 50s and he was trying to run his own business, and he got really upset because things weren't working out the way that he had hoped. And he had this image of getting like a fancy car and being able to provide for all of his, daughters, and have a great life for his wife. Like he had uh this dream, but it never really manifested. And he became supremely depressed. And I feel like this for your masculine. They've had this massive dream. They thought about this for a long time. They really do believe that they are capable of it, but it's like they're constantly restarting all over again. And it's making them second guess. In some ways, they're really stuck. Yeah, because we have Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins can be a bit of a stuck energy as well. And they're trying to consider their options, especially with their karmic situation. They know they need to start making some choices, or at least make a different choice, but they're a little bit stuck because they feel as though no matter what choice they make, they are going to be stuck with the same problem. But notice how, again, this is reversed. The masculine thinks that this is your energy, not the karmic energy. They think this is your energy. There's some illusion going on within their shadow that's making them believe that no matter what they do, they can't make it right with you. They can't make it right with God. So what's going on with the Queen of Cups over here? There's a lot of love, but because this person still has it backwards, card flipped out, Six of Wands, because they have it backwards, their love is still being driven towards this karmic person. Where we saw that Knight of Swords a little bit earlier, this sort of person that doesn't allow the masculine to feel their emotions, doesn't allow them to tune into their instincts. That's pretty common when people are dysregulated, they're in abusive dynamics, or they never really got help for a past trauma. This person's really stuck in this hyperactive teenage sort of mindset. There we go. There's my neuroregulation card. This person's going through a bit of a transformative process, but they're sort of forcing this happiness. And it's because they have way too many energies intermixed. To be honest, Divine Feminine, they can't feel you. They can't see you right now because they have it backwards. It's the karmic that's making them go in circles, and making them feel as though no matter what choice they pick, they're fucked. But they're projecting it onto you right now. And what do we have up here? Five of Swords, Ten of Swords. There's something within here that the masculine still needs to defeat because they keep sabotaging themselves because it's a limiting mindset. It's a limiting pattern. Let's get a message for you, because I can kind of hear a few of you rolling your eyes. It's very difficult channeling divine masculine energy right now because collectively there are shifts going on where new soulmates are coming in. New masculine energies are coming in. People are going to start making new soulmate connections. And oh my God, my stomach is just hurting right now. Like I just feel as though I have so much tension in my solar plexus, and it's manifesting as tension within the shoulder. So I feel really sick sitting in the divine masculine's energy right now. But some of you are ready to welcome in new love, and we have been channeling new love messages. But we're kind of in this crux where you're a collective of people. Some of you are still struggling with letting go of the past and detaching, while others of you are ready to welcome in the brand new. And this is where that grace is coming in. There are divine masculines out there, even the ones that you haven't met yet. They are going through this. They do have people judging them. They do have people who are confusing them. And because you still are in the energy, some of you are in the energy, you haven't quite forgiven it, you haven't quite healed from it, that there's a concern from the universe, from your guides and ancestors, that you could transpose the pain from the past onto this new person. And the universe is trying to break the cycle so that you don't bring this past energy into your new opportunity. Fuck, I really hope that makes sense. Knight of Coins. This is slow. There's some slow, diligent work. Well, this masculine, whoever this person is, this, you may have never met this person before and they're incoming, or this is someone from your past. Regardless, whoever this is, someone you've met, someone you haven't met, they're going through the same thing. And you can either approach it from a clean slate, or you can approach it with baggage. Like this night right here, they've had to clear the land. I feel this sort of as though it's harvest time, then, you know, you have winter, and it's time to start planning for the springtime. Planting, new seeds, planting new opportunities, but you have to take the long view on it. I have been channeling on TikTok. There is somebody brand new incoming. But it's going to be important. It could take a couple of years for this to really manifest, and you have to be okay with it, because the 3D, it is dense, it is slow, and the universe is trying to orchestrate things in your favor. But in the end, free will is divine. This masculine, I don't really sense this is sort of, they're coming back to you. I feel more like this is a masculine who's going through it, and they're afraid of talking about this to the next person. It's difficult. It's like when you meet somebody brand new and you start dating, you always have to be cautious about talking about the exes on the first date. Well, on one hand, it can be beneficial, but on the other, is the person bringing the baggage in? Are they being responsible? Are they talking about the lessons that they have learned? Or are they trying to passively aggressively tell you that they're not going to be there for you because they're too afraid? Does that make any sense? You're being asked to start looking at everything from a clean slate, a fresh set of eyes, because whoever this person is, they want to find someone to be open with. They want to find someone to be vulnerable with, and their past experience has not informed them very well. But Divine Feminine, you've had a habit of being way too open, way too vulnerable, and allowing people to continue their childish, allowing people to be childish and just making you the mother figure rather than giving them the space to figure it out on their own. It's going to be very important for you. Don't meddle in their situation. Just hold space and listen. Don't confuse it with, wow, with the past. Like we have Mother of Pentacles. Wow, okay, Daughter of Pentacles. This came back. This person, like, this is somebody that is really going to benefit having a relationship with you. And there's an ask for you to really trust your intuition. I don't think this is somebody from your past. I honestly think this is a brand new incoming energy that has been through it. And there's something quite delightful about who it is that you are. And I think you might be a little bit cautious. And I'm thinking the caution is actually quite warranted. Five, like, wow. Yeah, 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords. It's kind of this feeling where whoever this person is, if they show up with bullshit, calm the mind. Don't give it any kind of energy. But if they show up talking about it, they show up being, show up with a semblance of sensitivity and vulnerability, you can still kind of rest with them. There's something about no longer overcompensating for other people's pain, but just knowing what it means to show them space. Like you have a very nurturing energy, and this feels very compatible with whoever this masculine is supposed to be. But it's going to be, again, important for you to practice your semblance of discernment so that you don't fall back into an old pattern, because this person, they've gotten a lot of things backwards. They're embarrassed. They're struggling with a semblance of humiliation. They may have been fixated on a problem way past its expiry date. And they're upset that they probably lost on a lot of opportunities. But this person, this masculine, they've been trying to heal. They really have been trying to heal. What are the likely actions the masculines like to take? The devil. Ooh, and we have Three of Swords. Interesting. Like, you're really attractive right now. Like, I'm not necessarily getting the okay, it's kind of 50-50. I'm sort of getting the hyper attachment aspect of the devil here, but it's also like you're very alluring, because we got this Queen of Pentacles right here, and it is magnetizing this masculine towards you. Like, what does the DF need to know in order to make sure to manage this energy? I'm hearing proceed with caution, but at the same time, this person is going through a transformation. They're sort of in the middle of it. You're kind of walking in the middle of the story, and you don't have a lot of context clues. This is where your high priestess energy really needs to kick in and just sort of like silently observe what's going on. What we have down here. Yeah, Son of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles. That's funny. Freudian slipped that. That's interesting that it's like the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and it's like, whoa, we need to slow this bird down. Give this bird a place to kind of nest for a little while. Because this overthinking divine masculine, they'll still behave like that around you. And it's gonna be important that you don't feed the hyperactivity. Because when we're dysregulated, we can be a little bit too open about over chatting about superficial things. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. That's kind of how it feels. But the fact that I Freudian slipped this as a Knight of Pentacles, which, that's this energy right here. There's something about you slowing down your thoughts, slowing down your speech, you being able to, change the pace for this masculine. You're actually extremely powerful right now. What do we have up here? Oh, Mother of Cups, Mother of Cups, Mother of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm hearing, don't give it away. Don't give it away readily, but know your worth. And if you don't feel like it's worth offering your time and energy to whatever this is, whenever it shows up, it's okay. You can just ignore it. It'll pass through. You're actually on this interesting journey yourself, Divine Feminine, understanding your shadow. Because in some ways, when I look at it on the screen, this is your final outcome. Like, this is like the masculine's actions, and this is your final outcome. But the way I see it on the table, this is the masculine's actions. I know, it's backwards. I kind of love it. Like, I really hope you guys appreciate the subversion of what's being channeled right now. But you're learning how to not feed deviled energy. Negative energy feeds negative energy. When your heart chakra is in positive flow, when you open the heart chakra, people can't tap into it. They can't use low negative vibration to siphon you, because many of you have been siphoned and been exhausted. A lot of you have struggled with trying to get out of the house to be able to do the things that you need to do. That's quite common for somebody who's introverted, operates more from a feminine energy. But let's see, let's get one more card here. Yeah, Ten of Cups. You have the authority to seek out what makes you feel happy. If it makes you feel happy to offer space, love, and kindness to this person because they need it, then go for it. But if this person is getting in the way of your happiness, they're causing dysregulation, you don't need to feed it. It's kind of a binary. You either pay attention to it or don't pay attention to it. Because some of you still have some guilt-tripping energy. It's sort of as though you come across somebody 4 or 5 years later and they try to give you shit, saying, "Oh my God, you're still obsessed about me." Like an energy like that does not warrant a response. And because you're more fifth dimensional, you operate more from your mindset and what goes on in the back of your mind. It's easy to feed those energies in your mind. That's where we get PTSD. That's where we get stuck with mental illness. That's where we sometimes get trapped in our own universe of our mind and the external reality gets really confused. Tell me more about this Three of Swords. Potential final outcome. Like I'm actually paying more attention to the shadow figure in the backdrop. Because I feel like this masculine needs to walk away from some heartbreak, walk away from feeling rejected, especially if they were really hell bent on trying to bring somebody into their life, like hell bent, like literally. It shows up over here with the devil. Um, and they're still hurting. So it's one of these things where they need space to do the shadow work, and you actually can provide that space. Oh, there we go. Page of Pentacles peeked out. Peep, 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 peep. It's so silly. Hierophant, Mother of Swords. Like, you're going to be a teacher for this person. Like, I don't know if this is going to be romantic or not. Like, to be brutally honest, this feels very cold but loving, sort of like having a good friend to talk to for the first time. There's something that you've been through. And even if this masculine doesn't even have the words to express themselves, even they can listen to you and you talking about your situation, your experiences from a healed perspective. It's sort of like, yeah, like that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, like how come I can't articulate it that way? Like this, it's sort of like, because we got so much page energy going on, but it's sort of like this person's like, yeah, like they're still kind of in a childlike state, but there's something about the way that you're talking that's, it's sort of like they feel seen, even if they don't have the words or the means to express themselves at this time. Six of Pentacles. Oh my God, I'm so confused right now, guys. There's the Pentacles. Yeah, we did have an Eight of Pentacles show up, I think. Was it a little bit earlier? I don't remember anymore. Everything's confusing. Everything is backwards. No. Oh man, you are so healing for this person. I don't see this as being a divine counterpart. I see this as a brand new soulmate. There's something about the way that because you're healing so much from being stuck in a past timeline, and you're learning how to become a little bit more expressive because you've been able to slow down, take in the scenery, quiet the thoughts, like continue to work on your mind, continue to work on the thoughts that are invading you, because you are not your thoughts. In a lot of ways, that's just your psychic abilities overtaking you because you haven't quite learned how to create those boundaries yet. And if you're struggling with that, I would invite you to join us on Patreon, where I have a bunch of Reiki meditations that are designed to help shield you from unwanted thoughts, to help you connect to your higher self, and to foster your gift. So I do recommend check out the description below and join us on Patreon. Because if you're still struggling with shielding your thoughts and discerning the difference between your own thoughts and emotions versus unwanted external thoughts and emotions, the tools are there in order to help you work through your journey at your own pace. But this masculine is going to really benefit from you because a lot of masculine energies, until they're able to open up to their femininity, they have to open up their heart first before they can access source consciousness. And you're sort of like a gateway. Like, it's funny to say a gateway drug, but that's how this masculine used other feminines in the past, using them as gateway drugs, gateway to the divine, to feeling loved, to feeling worthy. And it's constantly backfired on them. And they put themselves into a sense of self-sabotage because they just constantly felt unworthy. But whoever this person is, there's something about your cold detachment, you just being you, they're learning a fuck ton from you. So what is it that the viewer needs to know at this time to, first of all, have a sense of, have a sense of where it is that they are at on their journey and how it is they can go about interacting with this masculine who really does need to find a feminine that's going to help activate them on the next length of their journey. Wow. The Chamber of Communication, Correspondence, Declaration, Telepathy. Even if you aren't necessarily connecting with this person within the 3D, you are definitely connecting with this individual on the fifth dimension. There's something about you elevating into the next level of your ascension divine feminine. You are picking up on a bunch of masculines that are going through it. Continue to detach from your divine counterpart, detach from the people that hurt and harmed you, because there are others out there who will benefit from your experiences, who will benefit from your words. Focus on healing that heart chakra. Get yourself into positive flow and recognize you are worthy and you are loved, and you are going to be able to help others awaken to their source consciousness connection. I'm just saying, wow. Well, whoever it is that you are, damn, I sincerely hope that this helped. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you need any in-depth guidance, I do provide tarot readings and Reiki healing sessions. You can go to the description below to find details on that. Otherwise, when I see you at the next one, I'm wishing you peace, love, and all the berries.